17 stone, 6 pounds. That's 7 pounds down this week. And to be honest, that's not even the best thing that's happened this week. This week, I ran a route that I've been putting off for months and months and months, probably over 12 months. It's a hilly route in the Peak District, just as an evening run, and this week I managed to nail it. I had lots of doubts. Would my ankle handle it? Was I too heavy for the route? But I did it anyway, finished strong and was really pleased with the result. It also went some way into giving me some confidence that I may yet be ready for the event in Snowdonia. So let's talk about the 7 pounds. Sounds a lot, but we know this is the first full week. A lot of it won't be real weight. It'll be sort of water loss or just as a result of eating a bit less through the week. In many respects, week 1 is easy. You have the motivation. You can stick to a diet for a week, but it's how will we go on from this moving forward. So it was a great start and still a lot to do. So my eating plan, stayed the same throughout the whole week. It was similar to what I went through last week. I did the huel for breakfast, my standard lunch, and then some tofu, vegetables or rice for the evening meal. And I stuck to that pretty religiously throughout the whole week. Obviously hadn't an effect, and the scales didn't lie at the end of the week. What I've been really building on is, because it's the same, getting into that routine so we don't suffer from decision fatigue, or we always have the right food in the house so we don't slip back and go back to having chocolates or bags of crisps just as a snack because we haven't planned properly. Again, training this week has been about 4 runs and 2 cycle rides, obviously including that harder effort that was a bit hillier and a bit longer than I've been doing recently. So I was really chuffed with that. It's a steep start. Go out, start with a walk up the first hill and then break into a run and keep on going. So really pleased with that. Some good progress with both the fitness and on the weight side this week. One thing I want to stress is that it's fat loss that I'm going for. I'm not wanting to jeopardize my training. So I have really been trying to fuel these runs. So maybe a gel before I start if it's a longer effort, making sure I have some sports nutrition with me, whether that be bars, gels, or a combination of the two, and making sure if I ever feel tired to make sure I keep on top of that fueling. And also importantly, when I finish, I've been taking recovery shakes with me, which has the protein and the carbohydrate mix to make sure that I'm recovering as well as I can do. So definitely fueling the activities to make sure that they don't lose the quality. So that's week 1 has been completed. Now moving into week 2. This is where I expect the real sort of battle to start. You've got over that initial first week where motivation can take you through. Now it's going to having to be rely on habits to see how we get to next week. So weeks 2 and 3 I always find quite difficult from past experience. So looking forward to getting stuck in and planning for the week ahead. So a quick summary of where we are. I dropped 7 pounds in this first week. I've got another 7 weeks to go and 21 pounds. The ask is still very high, and it's only going to get harder from here. If you're following along, please drop me a comment below and I'll get back to you. Whether you're training for a specific event or just coming back from an injury, or even just looking to lose a few pounds, please like and subscribe, follow along the journey, and hopefully you'll find something that's useful for you. So I'll see you next week. Stay tuned.